Randy, you're the first one here. Let me put my mic on. Well, Randy, you're the first one here, man. What's going on, Randy? All is well. All is well. And you are the first one here as I silence my phone. All right, we got two people here. Randy is here. Randy, when is your next live? Are you on a certain schedule? Because I never know what your hey, Gators in the house, man. Hey, I missed you last time, Octavian. I jumped on last week, and always glad to have Gators in the house. That's right. Beat Kentucky. Well, hey, that's the goal, brother. That's the goal. In fact, not just beat Kentucky, beat everybody, right? 12-0. And then I think you're the one who said 12-0. So, hey, man, if you go 12-0, you'll be in the playoff. Definitely. If you go 12-0, you will be highly seeded. Haven't heard anything else about DJ Lagway. Anything else? You know, is he good? I keep hearing he's not good. He's good. I'm sure. Look, we'll know here by the time you play the first game. SEC and Natty. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wednesday night. Oh, thank you, Randy. Okay, I knew it was Wednesday night. Okay, once the season starts, Thursday and Wednesday. Okay. Oh, appreciate. Yeah, brother. Yeah, I need to figure out which day it is. DJ Lagway is good. Well, I appreciate that, Octavian. That's what all the media sites are saying is that he's good. It's just all the SEC pages need something for you to click on, so they're trying to say he's not good, I guess. No, Randy, I'll have to catch you. I'll say that in here tonight. Make sure we catch Georgia football on Wednesday and Thursday night once the season starts. Right. And, yeah. And nary a Kentucky fan is in here. Well, we had fan day on Saturday. So we actually, did some drills. We got a little bit of a quarterback battle going on, but it looked good. I think our team's going to be solid. I don't know how many games we're going to win, but we'll be better than last year. So we'll see how it goes. I am not sure. We shall see. Yeah, Octavian, man, your coach is going to lose his job if you don't have a good year this year. He's going to have to, him and Hugh Freeze at Auburn are going to have to play well. Teams are going to have to play well. I think the fan bases at Florida and Auburn are just going to, and Oklahoma. And, of course, we're on the hot seat, so that's 4. So, did fans get to watch practice? Yes, Randy, they did. And it was a pretty good turnout. I was impressed. They ran some 2-minute drills with our offense. Our backup quarterback is a Kentucky kid. We brought in Calzada as a gap year, but this kid put on like 20 pounds. And this year, man, he looks like he does not want to be the backup. So if Calzada does not play well, Cutter Boley is this kid's name. We had to throw him to the fire last year, and he got hammered because of our offensive line. But he looks good this year. So, Cutter Boley looks like a start. Looks like the starter. Well, highlights he looks like it. Now he's not going to start out as the starter, but if Calzada does not play well, yeah. And if something happens to Calzada, we got 2 good quarterbacks. So, I mean, a lot of teams don't have that. I mean, so we are lucky in that respect. So the offensive line looked good, except for our center. Wildcat highlights. Man, our center, Jagger Burton. Man, I don't know how long he's going to be center. He can't do a shotgun snap, and we're in August. It's like, dude, come on, man. You can't do a shotgun snap, and you're starting center. That's why Mark Stoops said something about a week ago about sliding him over to guard. And I thought, why did he just bring that up about sliding our center over to guard? So snaps were low. Well, dude, we can't have that. Dude, we're playing Georgia, Florida. You can't. No. We got a guy from Western Kentucky that came in who's a junior, and he will play because he is a solid center. He's not as big as Burton, but man, Jagger Burton, Randy, cool. Kirby and Georgia don't offer access to that. Really? Oh man, you don't have well, hey, we're doing anything we can. Please come and watch us. But no, it was cool for the fans to go out there, and then they got little videos. There's a website called Kentucky Sports Radio Randy, if you ever want to know anything about Kentucky, go on this Kentucky Sports Radio, KSR website. They post everything on there. But no, you got to see our new wide receivers, and okay, hey, the dude from Clemson we picked up is a really good route runner, Stellato. So yeah, our wide receiver group's solid. We're going to run the ball. Mark Stoops already named the two guys who got out of the portal, the two running backs, as the starters. So there you go. So yeah, Dante Dowdle from Nebraska, Seth McGowan from formerly Oklahoma and New Mexico State. They're going to start. So we already upgraded running backs, and so hey, upgraded offensive line. So I think we're a solid team. I don't know how many games we can win, but you know what? It's Mark Stoops. We're gonna get somebody. We'll get Ole Miss. We're gonna get somebody. We're gonna win 6 games. I'm gonna say 6. I think we can win 6, and we will shock somebody. I don't know who it'll be. Maybe we'll get Texas for you, Randy. Hey, wouldn't that be something? Win 6 games and beat Texas. I'm gonna stand up, guys. Let me put this up here. Thank you. Let me stand up for a little bit. Oh, there we go. But anyway, yeah, probably won't get Georgia. In fact, I don't know who can. I don't know who. Well, you know what, Randy? All these experts are saying Georgia's going to lose 3 games, and I don't know why they would think Georgia's going to lose 3 games. I don't know. The good old boys on the SEC podcast are saying possibly 3 losses for Georgia. And I'm like, dude, they're second in the power rankings. Have you looked at their roster? I don't, Gunnar Stockton. I know that's the clickbait. DJ Lagway is hurt, and Gunnar Stockton is a horrible quarterback. That'll get you to click on my video. If I put that out, I could probably get all kinds of fans in here, and I could do a fake argument. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, but fan day is pretty cool. I know there's going to be somebody in here that went to it a little bit later. I know he's going to be in here. So, but no. So what do you think, Wildcat highlights, huh? Who's going to be our center, dude? I'm telling you, Jack Burton disappointed me. I just don't think I just don't know where we're going to put him, because he's not going to be the center. And I think Wilberly's going to come in and play. And because if you watch Western Kentucky, yeah, he's just too solid. I know he's not as big, but first team we play is Toledo. I looked at their defensive line, 265, 285. Then I looked at our offensive line, 335. Yeah, we should be able to run the ball on Toledo. Okay, so hopefully we will win our first game. All right, we got 6 people in here. What do you want to talk about, Wildcat highlights, huh? What do you want to talk about? Oh, Randy says Immense was a long time in the Kirby world. Yeah, well, I'm sure. Yeah, man, Kirby Smart. Man, that's a good coach right there. I mean, I don't know how much longer Mark Stoops is going to stay, but Kirby Smart will not. I'm going to predict he'll probably leave whenever he wants to. He ain't going to leave because he got fired, because he's that good. Yeah, I mean, you don't get better than he did. So I'm gonna stand up for a little bit, guys. I got a little bit of nursing a back injury here. Hey, my birthday's tomorrow. I will be 59 years old tomorrow. 59, man. Feeling it right here, man. 59. But I made it. Quisenberry, yes. Yeah, everybody was talking about this freshman wide receiver, Quisenberry. Yeah, I'm putting a video on tomorrow. I'm going over the highlights from the 3-minute passing drill thing they had. I didn't realize it was a 2-minute drill, and Quisenberry makes a heck of a catch. So we're gonna watch that film tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Randy. 49. Well, man, you do not look 49. So my back feels 59. Tell you what, man, if you ever hurt your back, dude, it's snagging and it won't go away. Don't hurt your back, guys. Just lift with your legs, So, yeah, Wildcats. Montaven Quisenberry. I think he'll get in some games. I don't know how much. Maybe if we're beaten and we get the small teams, Eastern Michigan, he'll play in a couple games. Tennessee Tech. He's a wide receiver of the future, though. I can tell you that right now. He's from Boyle County, right? He's a Kentucky boy. So we all automatically like our own players. Um, so, all right, we got 11 people in here. 11 people. Anybody? Anybody? What do you want to talk about, guys? The Cutter Bowley was the news. Cutter Bowley and Jagger Burton. Cutter Bowley because he played well. You're going to see tomorrow. I kind of go over the highlights, and I just sat there and voice over the 2-minute drill. Kendrick Law was not out there because he tweaked something. He's not hurt, but everybody wanted to see him. But you won't see him to opening day. They say he's not hurt bad, so I hope not. Yep. I'm glad you asked me, Randy. Oh, you got into practice. Oh, getting to go. So yes, I imagine you did, man. I'm sure getting into your practices is there's a lot of people there. Okay, so Randy, how's Gunnar Stockton look? Seriously. I mean, honest evaluation. Does he look good? Because I'm sure he's, you know, everybody's trying to judge him off that Notre Dame game. And come on, man. Well, I hope he looked good. And Octavian, he's still in here? Octavian, yep. I don't know, Octavian. We'll see about Florida, man. Billy Napier, I don't know, man. There's some fans that don't like Billy Napier in your guys' podcast group there that's on YouTube. And Randy, I noticed that fans don't like Mike Bobo. Like you either love him or you hate him. And he's not a good offensive coordinator because it's not a sexy offense, and we don't score 36 points a game like Ole Miss and throw the ball 35 times. So I wouldn't know, but man, there's some people that don't like Mike Bobo for some reason. Who would you pick to breakout player for Kentucky this year on offense? I'm gonna pick out Seth McGowan, a running back we got from New Mexico State, as a breakout player. I think you're going to see he's a pro prospect. Man, on defense, it's probably going to be one of our cornerbacks. We got these two tall cornerbacks who are going to probably go to the NFL. Yeah. And Jordan Lovett is a guy's name, and DJ Waller. These two corners are like 6'1", 6'2", and they're fast. So those guys are slated to go to the NFL. I hope one of them has a breakout year. We really need somebody on the defensive line to have a breakout year, to be honest with you. Yes, but offensively, I would hope it would be the quarterback, but I don't know. I just think the quarterback's going to manage the game, and this Seth McGowan guys, I mean, he's good. He hits the hole really, really hard, and he can catch. And I think we're going to throw to people out of the backfield. That's our offensive coordinator came from Boise State. They threw to the running back a lot, and this dude can catch because he had 28 catches for New Mexico State, 4 touchdowns, and he had a beautiful 40 yards. So the dude lines up as a receiver. If you blitz this and you don't cover this guy that's running back, he's gonna catch a pass in space. But anyway, yeah, man, Randy, I appreciate you coming over here tonight. He asked me a handful of times throughout the year. Oh, okay. Well, look, it's Georgia, dude. There's probably so many people wanting to get in there. I could understand. Everybody probably wants to get in there. I have never been to Athens, Georgia. When I was down south, I never got a chance. I went to Tuscaloosa, and there's no way I could go to a game way back when I was there in the late 80s, early 90s. But I went to the stadium. It was beautiful. I need to come down there and just look at Athens. I really do. Locked down. I agree. See, because what happened with the Michigan guy, put a little Georgia hat on. You can put a camera anywhere now. You can have a camera in these headphones. You have a camera in anything you have. So yeah, you could record the whole practice, pick up everything. So yeah, I mean, look, people have been stealing signs forever, but when you stupid Michigan guy made it so obvious, I mean, oh man, that dude had a lot of hats and a lot of shirts of different teams. So yeah, I understand and keep it close to the vest. I mean, hell, your own players would probably give up the playbook if you pay them enough money. All All right, Kentucky fans, y'all, you gonna let me? I'll just talk to Randy all night if y'all want. Me and Randy will just chat all night. And all right, 10 people in here. Yeah, it's going to be between Georgia and Texas. I really think that. I think the power rankings do not lie, and it will not be Alabama. It will not be. It will be between Texas and Georgia to see who wins this conference. Uh, so I don't know. All right, Kentucky fans, speak up. Wildcat, you still here? Wildcat highlights, dude. I Yep, I will show. I'm putting on a video tomorrow night of highlights from the spring game quarterback session. Gunner looked fine, good. Yeah, I'm with you. People are trying to say somebody else is going to start besides Gunner Stockton, and I'm like, no, no, I wouldn't be worried about Gunner Stockton. If Kirby Smart says he's good, he's good. So yeah, yeah. I mean, look, you got a good enough defense and offensive line. Yeah, I hope you beat Tech. I'm getting tired of hearing about Texas and they're going to go undefeated and Archman's going to win the Heisman. Wildcat Highlights said, speaking of playbook, I wonder if Chip Trainum gave the playbook to Lido. Nah, Chip Trainum, nah. Plus, it's changed, dude. I mean, look, now that we got the players we have, I think Bush Hammond's you're going to see a completely different offense. I saw Boyer, the big blocking tight end. You'll see tomorrow night when I go over this film. He caught a pass. I'm like, wow, if that dude catches a pass. Big Blue Breakdown. What's up, brother? I'm doing this live at 10 o'clock myself. Okay. Big Blue Breakdown. Okay. 10 o'clock. Is that 10 o'clock Eastern or 10 o'clock Central? If that's 10 o'clock Eastern, brother, I don't know. I got an early, a long shift tomorrow, but I might come in there. Let me see. I'm going to write that down. Big Blue Breakdown, 10 o'clock. Just tell me Central. And I will come in there and we'll do one, man. We'll do each other's. I'm shaking the cameras. I'm writing this down. All right. 10 o'clock. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm gonna go till 9:30 Central, which is 10:30. But I can stop early. It doesn't matter. Uh, Randy. Yeah, thank you, Randy. Yes, we're glad you're in here. Yes. Well, I've been copying you, dude. That's why I've been watching you. Yeah. But like I said, you see real quick who's genuine when they do this and who's just trying to make money. And you are genuinely a Georgia fan, and it shows. So I'm just going to be a Kentucky fan, and however it turns out, man, it's however it turns out. I appreciate that, Randy. Oh, we got somebody new in here. Savannah Gunner. If we start 2-2, we'll Cutter replace him for game 2. Happy birthday, bud. Thank you, brother. I don't think Cutter Bowley replaces Calzada unless he stinks it up pretty bad. I mean, he's getting 75% of the snaps. He did make some good throws yesterday. I have a video tomorrow breaking down the little 3-minute session of I didn't know they were doing a 2-minute drill. I knew they were speeding the tempo up, but actually I found out. And yeah, Bowley had a better day, but Calzada, he's going to have to really mess it up. And look, I don't know if we'll know for a couple games. The first couple games we won't know because Ole Miss maybe if he plays really bad, but he's going to have to start stinking it up when we get to the middle of the season. When we get to the Georgias and the who do we play? We play South Carolina. Yeah, so we play South Carolina, 4th game, Georgia, Texas, Tennessee. Hey, by the time we get to those, if Calzada is doing poorly, yeah, they'll put Cutter Bowley in, and they should. I mean, put him in. He gained 20 pounds, and you can tell that he bulked up. And his arm, you'll see him tomorrow on the video I'm going to review. I mean, he throws a tight spiral. He really had a good arm. I'll be posting a video in here. I'll be posting a video in a few minutes breaking down Kirby's passer. Oh, really? Okay, good. Press conference. I said passer. We're in pads today. Okay, good. Okay, so everybody go watch Randy's video on Kirby Smart's press conference because Georgia's a good team. If you're trying to, emulate somebody, that's the team we should be. I think Mark Stoops does. I know him and Kirby Smart are friends, and very friendly. So I think he does try to play like Georgia, put the defense and run the ball. And, you don't have to be all, spread offense and, Lane Kiffin and let's throw the ball and get a quarter. I don't think Georgia's trying to get their quarterback in the NFL. They're trying to win the national championship. That's what we should just be worried about, winning games. Our run game is going to be better. Our offensive line is going to be better. So look, we're going to be better. I don't know how many wins it's going to translate over to. And I will say this, guys. Mark Stoops said something very telling yesterday or Saturday, which was yesterday. He will not. No, excuse me, not him. Excuse me. Mitch Barnhart said something very telling about Mark Stoops. He will not fire him on a number of wins. So what he's saying is his evaluation of Stoops will be based on how well we play, not on number of wins. And I agree with that because pardon me, I'm scratching my nose. We have a very tough schedule. If we can get 5 or 6 wins out of that schedule, I mean, when you play 5 of the top 15 teams, in the power ranking, if you can get one of those, because you're not gonna start beating Texas and people like that. But I'm calling an upset right now. I don't know who it's going to be. We're going to get somebody we're not supposed to get. We're gonna get somebody, just like we got Ole Miss. Usually every year we get somebody. I don't know who it will be, but yeah, Mark Stoops' job, will not be based on number of wins, and I mean, that should obviously be part of it, but. Oh, Wildcat highlights. I think it will be Tennessee. Well, this would be the year to get Tennessee if you're going to get them. Because, you got a Boo Carter situation and a quarterback, and they're kind of in a little bit of disarray right now. And, they got a year where the next year they get the number 1 quarterback. So I hope we get Tennessee. Randy, when I say this, but I've called UK a Georgia light. Yeah, no. I saw your Randy. I saw your video where you talked about each team and rated each team. Yeah, I think that was you, right? Yeah, you rated each opponent. It's fairly done, dude. Yeah, we are Georgia light. No, hey, that's a compliment, dude. I don't take that disrespectfully. If we could beat Georgia light, we'll get back to winning 6 to 8 games, maybe 9, maybe 10 every once in a while. So, that's the goal, to be Georgia light. Wildcats says exactly. Yeah. Physical, run the ball, play defense. Look, we cannot play. What we figured out the last couple of years is, I think Will Levis gave us a false sense of, hey, we can run a pro style offense and we can score 35 points a game and we can win a shootout. No. As we saw in the Tennessee game that year, we played them a couple of years ago. We lost 45-42, and we had 500 yards of offense and 42 points. And I was looking at the box score going, I cannot remember the last time. I don't know if I've ever seen us score 42 points, get 500 yards, and lose. So, let's not do that. Let's run the Boise State offense. I know a lot of people are bad-mouthing our offensive coordinator, but we do have a solid offensive coordinator, and you're going to see that, Butch Hamden. So, I like him. The Boise State offense will work. Well, the Boise State quarterback is in the NFL, right? Is it quarterback? Or one of their players? I can't remember which player. I was looking at the NFL fantasy draft, and they were talking about a Boise State player who got drafted highly. I thought maybe it wasn't a quarterback. Maybe it was a running back. It was a running back for the Raiders. Yeah. Yes. Now that I don't know his name. That's the Boise State guy. He said he's the best running back in the draft. So, he's going to start for the Raiders. So, Boise State offense will work. As you said before, how did you become a lifelong Kentucky fan? Just being born in Western Kentucky, and then basketball. When I grew up in the 70s, we won in 78. We won a national championship of basketball. I was 12 years old, but we never saw Kentucky football on TV because ABC, NBC, and CBS was the only 3 networks until the early 1980s when I was in high school. TBS came on, Turner Broadcast, and they had Jefferson Pilot. They had games on Saturday. And then I saw SEC games. Oh, Georgia. Oh, then I was like, oh, Kentucky. We have a team. Wow, we're really bad. And then we went to a bowl game in my senior year of high school. We beat Wisconsin, who was ranked 18th in the Hall of Fame Bowl, and, Jerry Claiborne. So, basketball gets it. Ashton, thank you. Yes, Janae, however you say his name, Boise State running back. Yes, that's him. Yeah, I heard they were talking about him today in practice, and so yeah. Hey, uh, Seth McGowan, the scout NFL scouts are looking at, are definitely looking at that guy because he can catch the ball and he can run and he can power run and he's got a good burst of speed. So he may get drafted. We may have a running back get drafted for the first time since Royal Rodriguez. But yeah, that's who I was thinking of. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm pumped. Hey, we're gonna watch the game right here. All right. So yes, we're gonna watch the Toledo game right here. I know everybody's breaking. Everybody's telling. I watch these podcasts and they're saying why Kentucky can't win, but they never say why Toledo can't win. What did I say about Toledo? They're in the shotgun. They run the air raid. So even Chip Trainum trying to run out of the shotgun is not a good idea, which is why they don't run the ball very well. They have 5 new offensive linemen, okay, and they've never played together. So we're catching Toledo at the right time. He is a good quarterback, the Tucker Gleason, but you know what? Yeah, you got 5 new offensive linemen. This is the time to catch them. First game. Uh, oh man, you graduated. Well, see, Randy, it's in your blood, brother. Now I was too poor to go to college. I went in the Air Force. Best decision of my life. And that's when I got stationed I was stationed in Mississippi and Alabama, Columbus, Mississippi, Montgomery, Alabama. And I learned about Alabama, Auburn, and Mississippi State, Ole Miss. There's that Mississippi State, Ole Miss. So I was with those guys, and I knew, wow, this Alabama Auburn rivalry is serious. Oh, and I learned about NASCAR, which I really didn't want to know. Stock car, Winston Cup. Yeah, I learned a little bit too much about that. But growing up in the South, yeah, that's when I really learned about football. And I learned about, wow, Kentucky hasn't had a good team since Bear Bryant. And okay, but we did okay in the 80s. Jerry Claiborne. And then you guys had Vince Dooley. Yeah, I remember seeing WT Vince Dooley. And every once in a while we would get you, but now, we didn't really get you. We haven't got you. In fact, I can't believe Stoops hadn't got you once. Had a chance to get you last year, but dang, I mean, that was our golden opportunity. We are not going to win in Georgia. I can just tell you that right now. Uh, that is not going to happen. Iron Bowl and Egg Bowl. Yes, that is true. Hal Mummy and Couch were fun. Yeah, Hal Mummy cheated. He had his staff member at the Lexington post office mailing money orders to players, dude. Why can't you go and drive to town like an hour away? Why you got to be in a post office licking a stamp? Hey, can I have a $5,000 money order, please? Yeah, thank you. How, mummy? Come on, man. Air Force World War II, hence the name. Oh, okay. Well, God bless you. I like him already. Your dad was a good man. If he's still alive, he's a good man. If he's not, he was a good man. But yeah, Randy, I thought Hal Mummy when he came. I put up a video about Paul Feinbaum dogging him out. I just put that up a couple of days ago because I wanted our fans to see Paul Feinbaum just hates Kentucky. I get it. I mean, I don't get it because I don't like him dogging us. I mean, like I said, don't dog the people out at the bottom. The one thing the Big Ten does not do, if you watch Big Ten Network or Big Ten podcast, I live in Indiana, right across the river in Evansville. Big Ten does not eat their own. They don't. I mean, they maybe Ohio State, Michigan, but they don't dog out Rutgers football and Indiana football, and they're bad. They're trying to build each other up, and that's why we need to stop doing it. That's why I don't like Feinbaum and Josh Payton, all these people. Don't dog us. We know who we are in football, dude. We understand who we are. Don't just. We need to help each other. Nordic's here. What's up, Nordic, man? Hey, glad to see you, brother. Uh, were you at the fan day yesterday, Nordic? Oh, son of a gunner. All right. Well, yeah. Nordic's in the house. I should redo the settings on this. Maybe I did not set the chat room up to where it would show the messages fast enough. I had to work, caught it after. Well, it was good. I mean, all the videos are on KSR, guys. I'm going to review the video of Cutter Boley and Zach Calzada and the receivers. DJ Waller was balling out. Harley Gilmore and DJ Waller stood out. And Harley Gilmore, dude, get your act together. And come on, man. Randy says, I could not believe the 2002 LSU Kentucky game. Oh, dude, I watched that on TV. See, Randy, that did not surprise me. Mark Stoops is the first guy to break the curse. All right. Until that point, nothing surprised me. Yes. Why did Jared Lorenzen dump the Gatorade on him? And how the hell do you let a receiver get behind you when you got everybody back? I mean, what? Randy, that's when you know you're bad at football. That's when I said, okay, we would probably never be good. Mark Stoops, Mark Stoops turned everything around in that we're able to win games at the end. All my life, we were going to lose. If it was close at the end, we were going to lose. We lost to Alabama close. We lost to LSU close. We would lose to Tennessee every damn game. We'd lose at the end. But Stoops has broken that in that we can win a game at the end. So, son of a gunner, what's your ceiling wins for this season? I'm going to say 6. We could get 7, but I'm calling out 6. Power rankings say we're ahead of Louisville and Vanderbilt. So that's 5 if you look at 3 non-cons. And we're going to get somebody. 6. We are going to shock one team. There's going to be one team we're going to get. And I hope it's Texas, Randy. We'll get Texas for Georgia. And then, yeah, facts. That's right. Yes. Yeah, we're going to get somebody. No, our offensive line guys. We got 2 offensive linemen that's going to NFL. Siaj Pete and Josh O'Brien. I was listening to SEC podcasts talk about those 2 guys. But yeah, don't watch too many SEC podcasts because man, it just Randy, me too, 6-7. Yeah, 7 tops. I mean, look, guys, when you play 5 of the top 15 teams, and then you're going to go to Georgia, who hasn't lost since 2019, and Texas, and yeah, you're just not going to get what team could win? I mean, playing at South Carolina, maybe we can get. I mean, we're going to get somebody, but Ole Miss is a team. Maybe we can get them again, but we're going to get somebody. Yeah, 6-7 wins, and that'd be fine as long as it's fun and close. You just don't want it to be where back in the in the 90s and the 80s, you knew going into the game we have no chance to beat Georgia. There's a chance to beat Georgia, you know. So you're saying there's a chance? Yes, I like it when there's a chance. I don't like it when there is no chance. Yes, I think 6 and 7. I think 6 games is realistic. I think we can get Louisville. Yeah, I think we can get Vanderbilt, and the 3 non-cons. And somebody else, Nordic says, I think we have a couple of guys on offense that's going to surprise people. You know what, Nordic, you missed it, brother. Jagger Burton cannot be our center because he cannot snap the ball. I don't know what we're going to do with Jagger Burton. Stoops said last week he just casually mentioned something about moving him. Well, we can always move him to guard. And I was like, why did he say that? And then, he can't at the fan day yesterday. He's low snapping on the shotgun snap. So, dude, Wilberly's probably going to play. Randy says, real talk, I don't have to watch anyone else work. Yeah, multitasking. Yeah, I see you, brother. Right. I don't have time to watch it. Yeah, I don't have time I don't see how these people do these podcasts, and try to cover the whole SEC. I've said that before. There's a lot of people that just need to stick to their team. Because I know if you're monetized and you got to make videos, there's a Tennessee guy I like, but man, he just does too much. I don't want to see the same videos over and over. Gunnar Stockton's not that good. Gunnar Stockton's not that good. I don't need a guy from Oklahoma telling me Gunnar Stockton's not that good. I'm gonna come to Randy. If Randy says Gunnar Stockton's no good, then I would believe it. But I'm not gonna believe these guys that are and the SEC network just is a waste of my time. That's right, Randy. You do a good job. Anybody wants to see anything about Georgia, go over to HBTF Dogcast. That's Randy. He's everything Georgia. Go to his like and subscribe his page. If you want to see a good live, go watch him. If you want to know anything about Georgia, don't go to Biff Josh Pate. Go to his channel. Pointing the wrong way. The camera's that way. My bad. Over here. I don't know which way I'm pointing. Nordic, you still in here? Nordic, What do you think about Jagger Burton, Nordic? Can't snap the ball. Damn, it's like we're getting ready to play a game in a few weeks, and you might as well put the backup in. Yeah. Who is it that couldn't tie his shoe? We had a running back. Wilcox. Wilcox learned how to tie his shoe, everybody. Randy, we had a running back that could not tie his shoe, and his shoe would come untied during the game. That's when I said society is doomed. If you can't tie your shoe, I mean, but no. So Wilcox, yeah, our running back, he's good. He just could. I think it's him. He couldn't tie his shoe. Now he learned how to tie his shoe. I'm glad they set him down after the season was over and said, "Okay, let's tie our shoe." Oh, good Lord. Yeah, Wilburley's going to play center. That's what's going to happen because he's good. I mean, he's a solid dude. He's only 305, but at least hell, I don't care how big you are. If you can't make a snap, you can't block anybody. Doesn't help. Double knotting that thing. Yeah, put some Velcro on those shoes, dude. How could you not learn how to tie your shoe? Randy says, exactly family friendly. Yeah. Uh, okay, HBTFD. Okay, now you know what, Randy? I don't know what that means. So if it's not family friendly, I'll have to figure it out. Part to fix it though. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna guess at what it means. I'm just gonna say Randy. But no, go over to Randy's channel because he does a good lot Wednesday nights for Georgia and Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday. He said Thursday when the season starts. So yeah, we will definitely do probably a Sunday, Monday podcast once the season starts, and we'll, you know what, if I'm off, we'll do the game. We'll just have a chat running during the game, and we'll just all watch the game together, even though I can't actually show the game. Yeah, I got a little scoreboard I'm gonna put up and stuff, and we'll talk about the game. Uh, oh, how about them effing ducks? Oh, that's a good saying. Yeah, okay, that's not family friendly, but you know what, the F word. Hey, how about those? We'll make up. Okay, gotcha. Okay. How about them effing dogs? All right. Well, now I understand. It gets you excited about the Georgia. Okay, gotcha. How about those effing dogs? Yes. Furious. I don't know what it was. All right, that's good, man. I know what you mean now. I always wonder what I don't know what that means. It must be an inside thing. That's not inside. Well, it is, but it isn't now. Okay. Now, all right, we got 13 people. Anybody wants to speak up? Speak up. But yeah, don't bet against Kirby Smart. And it's going to be a good year for the SEC, guys. We just got to stop letting the Big Ten stop fighting one another. Stop. I mean, these Paul Feinbaum, these guys are going to be dinosaurs. Okay, Paul Feinbaum's show is the same call-in show over and over and the same people, the same blah 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 blah. I mean, dude, I get tired of hearing it. That's why I said I can do a channel myself. Son of Gunner says, fantastic dogs. Yes, Nordic. All these videos from practice. Honestly, my hopes riding high. Yes, that's right, Nordic. Yes, but yeah, we got to see him play. Yeah, I mean, look, practice. You got people doing catching passes in practice. That's good. Yeah, but catch it during the game. And I think we will. You're going to see it. Randy says, who do you got for the top QB in the league? You know what, Randy? I got a sneaky one. I like Lenore Sellers. I think, I broke down film on everybody. I think I just put up Jackson Arnold yesterday or day before. Nobody watched it. I put up Jackson Arnold. Didn't like him at all. Yeah, I think Lenore Sellers, if he becomes a better passer, is a sneaky quarterback. Because, man, he sure is hard to bring down. On film, he was dragging people. Clemson players just drag. Once he takes off running. Now, South Carolina runs on 60%, or they did last year, of their offensive plays. But, yeah, if Sellers learns how to pass, he's a sneaky dude. Yes. In the league. Top three? Man, top three. I'm not picking Manning until I see him. So I guess the LSU kid, South Carolina's quarterback, and then I don't know I don't even know who I would put as a third quarterback. That's a very good question. If I picked the top three quarterbacks in the league, you ain't gonna say Pavia, even though he's a good quarterback. Not sure about that one. Lagway may be hurt, so we'll see how good Miss Ole Miss's quarterback is. Now that whatever his name is, I can't think of Ole Miss's quarterback. Oh yeah, I'm with you, Randy. Randy says I don't want to face that guy. He's a problem. Yeah, Sellers is a problem. He is going to take off running. He's a big dude, man. Like he will drag you. I mean, South Carolina, that's my dark horse team. I said that in my videos. If I had to pick a dark horse team, and they are picked 10th to win the league, they got Auburn picked ahead of them. Ole Miss, you look on FanDuel, Vegas. I'm like, how can you have Auburn and Ole Miss picked ahead of, well, South Carolina, because their defense, they lost a lot of people. But man, that kid Sellers can play. Yeah, I don't care where our quarterbacks rank. We just need him to be solid. I know he's not going to be ranked last. I can just tell you right now, whichever quarterback plays, we won't have the last ranked quarterback because, man, I see some of these other quarterbacks. Aguilar for Tennessee, Jackson Arnold's awful. I mean, I see people like, man, if Lagway's healthy or if he's not healthy, I don't even know who their backup quarterback is. But so, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking at the list of quarterbacks. Uh, Ole Miss's quarterback is yet to be determined. Evidently, he's been in there. He's been there 3 or 4 years, so we'll see about it. Austin Simmons, I think that's his name. Ole Miss quarterback. Yeah, that's the guy we get on the road. See, that'd be his first road game is playing against us, and they're talking about we have no chance against them. And yeah, okay, well, that's what you said last year, but you know, let's just see if we have a chance against them. Our defenses, our guys, our cornerbacks showed out, and they are bragging about our cornerbacks because they're both like 6'2", 6'3". They're big guys, and they're fast. That's what we need to, in the SEC. Yeah. So if our defense shows out a little bit, our defensive line has played well during the spring and the summer. So we got a rotation of 8 guys, and they were saying the second team defensive line is beating the second team offensive line. So there you go. First team offense, first team defense, they said is 50-50. But they said second team defensive line is beating the second team offensive line. So that does not surprise me. Oh, you got Brandy says I got Nussmeyer as a top guy. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, he's good. LSU's coach. Now, his name, I'm not big on their Brian Kelly. Is that his name? Not big on their coach, man. But I mean, he had a good year last year. Yeah, I mean, he's picked 1 or 2. I just want to see what Manning does before I, just go on and say he's the best quarterback. And I know it's a good story for all you SEC people who are making money on the SEC network. I understand that's the story. His name is Manning. Yeah, so we'll see. Nordic says, "Old Manning is the favorite." Yeah, he is. They already said Texas. Paul Feinbaum, Texas is not going to lose a game, and Manning's going to win the Heisman. So there you go. So why are we playing the season then, right? I mean, if they and of course everybody repeats it. Josh Pate, the SEC podcast, those Uncle Shane or cousin Shane and whoever, they all repeat the same exact thing. Man, I cannot stand those guys, dude. It just give me something new, Nordic says South Carolina will be bust or great. I agree. I just said that, Nordic. Lenore Sellers, if he passes better, look out. But evidently their defense is down. But I don't know. Wildcat highlights. Let's see how he does against Ohio State. Yeah, Manning plays at Ohio State his first game. Yeah, let's see how you do there. I think it's at Ohio State. Is it at Ohio State? Not that I would care. Randy says nothing against Arch, but I'm holding off on judging him. Yeah, me too, Randy. I mean, I'm with Steve Spurrier. If he was so good, why didn't he play last year? I mean, yeah. Let's just hold off, and before everybody says he's, man, there's got to be a lot of pressure on him. Your name's Manning. You're playing at Texas. You're not supposed to lose a game. I think the first time he gets rattled, let's just see. We'll see what he's made of Ohio State. Yeah. Yeah, we have a bye week before Texas. At least we'll be rested before we get our ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll give him a little bit of a game. Vanderbilt only lost 24-20. Vanderbilt had him on the ropes last year. I thought they were going to get him. Pavi is, man, that guy is sneaky. Yep. But we will see. What time is it here? I'm going to stay on, guys. Man, time goes by fast. when you are when you are having fun. Um, big blue breakdown. If you're still on here, what time is your? You said 10 o'clock is your live. Is it 10 Central or 10 Eastern? I mean, I'll just come on there in a minute and see. Randy says that's one reason I'm fine with not getting watch. I don't know what they're saying. The last thing to do is the same thing. Everyone's yes, Randy. That all the podcasts say the same thing, and you should hear it about it. Everybody says the same thing, Randy. They just look at our schedule. Vegas says we're going to win 4 games. They just talk, okay, they can't beat anybody in SEC. They'll win the 3 non-con games, and so they're going to be 3-9. It's like, wow, that took a lot of preparation to say something like that. But then you get into them, and then you realize they don't even know what they're talking about. Southeastern 16 is a decent podcast, and they were just saying some of the dumbest things about us, and I was like, man, do you guys do any study? Look at anything before you come online. You just come online and just regurgitate the same thing over and over. I like Southeastern 16, but still, Randy, I'm yes, Randy, you are. You're doing a good job of your podcast because other people have a voice. Like when other fan bases come on, they have a voice. You're not like Uncle. All right, let's compare you to Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou. Now I liked him in the beginning, but now he's starting to annoy me because you can't get a word in edgewise, and he wants to, insult you. If you say something stupid, he'll say something. It's like, dude, if you call me a dummy and you was standing here, I'd smack you'd be Uncle Lou with with an ice pack over your eye. And I don't mind. Look, I get it. It's his stick is to say something and call people names, but I don't want to go on his podcast and say anything if he's going to insult me. Once I go on a podcast like you go on Randy's podcast over here, guys, and if you're in here, everybody go to HBTF Dogcast. How about those effing dogs cast and go with Randy? You can talk I'm pointing the wrong way. Go over to Randy's podcast because he will let you talk and he's not going to call you an idiot, even if you say something stupid about Georgia. Like I knew a little bit because I did a preview video on Georgia, so I have a little information on Georgia. So yeah, you just want to be welcome. That's like if you come here, I'll let Louisville fan come in here. I kicked the one dude off, the Louisville fan last week, Louisville fan that thought he was a BBN for life. Okay, dude. Yeah, he's been on here. He'll be back with a different name. But you're welcome here. If you like college football, man, just come on in. Lexington, Louisville fan, come on in. Tennessee fans, come on in. Come in. Like we all should be. Like right now, it's the off season. We should be building one another up. Let's look. We're not the enemy. We're not Georgia's enemy. Georgia's enemy is Ohio State. The Big Ten. That's why I think the Big Ten is really starting. They're not eating each other, trying to break each other down. They're trying to lift that conference up. And we need to start doing a little bit of that and start rooting for each other. We could get either Texas or Georgia. I said Texas, Nordic. We're coming off a bye week. We'll be rested. Maybe they have a stretch there. Hey, maybe they'll be tired. Maybe we can show Manning something, show him some looks that he hadn't seen yet. Douglas says, what bowl do you think 6 and 6 or 75 will get us? I don't know, brother. The Pop-Tart Bowl. I don't care. The Toilet Bowl. The Soup Bowl. I'll take it. Just get us to a bowl. There's so many bowls now. The Pop-Tarts dancing around. I mean, damn. I don't know. That Nashville, the Music City Bowl is always going to take Kentucky because it's Nashville. So the Music City Bowl. Well, we like at the most wins of the Music City Bowl. Yeah. I'll take any bowl. That's right. The Pop-Tart Bowl. I'll be eating Pop-Tarts, celebrating. I know we'll be playing Virginia or somebody. I don't even care who we play. North Texas. We can take North Texas. But in the bowl games, dude, listen, when it comes down to basketball and football, you root for your league. Like I'm not going to root against Tennessee in a bowl game against Indiana or any Big Ten school. I'm not going to root basketball. Florida won the national title in basketball. Good. We didn't win it. I didn't want somebody else to win it, but most people aren't like that. Most people, I don't hate people, I don't hate and I don't wish bad things on other fan bases. There's only one team I don't like, guys, whoever we're playing that day. And then it's over. Randy, bowl games matter, y'all. Yep. Yes. The extra practices, right. If you don't go to a bowl game, it's a punishment. I mean, now you don't get the extra practices in December, and then and now you got to wait till spring practice. And yes, those bowl games matter. Dad, what's up, brother? I'm a Cat fan that lives in Tennessee. All right, man, pull against them. Tennessee. Well, look, man, I understand pulling against Tennessee, but let's say Tennessee's. Will you pull in for Tennessee or Ohio State, Dad? But you live there. See, I don't live there, so I don't have to face them every day. But I mean, look, I was pulling for Tennessee against Ohio State. I maybe I'm wrong. Uncle Dipshit Show. I don't know what that is. Nordic. Ohio State. Oh, you're pulling for Ohio State. I get it, brother. Look, I don't live there, so I don't know. I don't have to take punishment from them. Indiana basketball. We're playing Indiana basketball, guys. It's going to be bad here in basketball. Of course, we're not going to lose to them. We play them, I think, 3 years. We'll win 2 or 3. But yeah, it's no fun. Sometimes Ohio State, Dad. Yes, it's no fun living in another conference. See, you guys live in the SEC country. I live across in the Big Ten, and I see the Big Ten. I see how they're different than we are. Some things they do better than we do. And their coaches right now are coaching better than our coaches. So our coaches need to step it up. Let's go. So, hey, we got 11 people on here. All right, guys, I'm going to go longer. Basketball's coming up. So like I said, we'll do basketball, but we ain't worrying about basketball till we get till October. August, September, and most of October is football. So first game we're going to watch right here. All right, 11:45 Eastern, 12:45. No, 11:45 Central, 12:45 Eastern. I gotta forget Kentucky and Indiana's on 2 different time zones. So yes, we will watch it right here on I think the 28th. Is that Saturday? I think it is. Whenever it is, we'll watch Tucker Gleason get in the shotgun, and we'll see if we can get him. I think we can get him. Like I said, they have 5 new offensive linemen, and if you look at the size of them, their defensive line is, in the 280. Some of them are some of their linebackers, are small. They're smaller than we are. We should be able to just get a pass rush, and on offense, we should be able to just run the ball because they were awful against the run. They gave up a lot of long runs last year, and that's what I wanted to. Look, if we had to play somebody first, I'll take them. They're picked to win the MAC. We don't play in the MAC, so. Look, let's just line up and do what we do. You're going to see this year, guys. Bush Hamden, you're going to see a different offense. You're going to see clock management running the ball. You're going to see it. Dad, my son's fiance works with Jeff Brasso, 93 Mountain. Oh, Jeff Brasso. You heard all the stories about that, brother. Yeah, that was you said your son's fiance. He was a ladies' man back in the day, but he tipped that shot in against Arizona to win and Maui to win that tournament. So yeah, we'll do basketball when basketball gets here, guys. I get more views on basketball videos than I do on football. I mean, I get it. I like football better, but I still, I make my views off of basketball too. I put up a view of Willie Cauley-Stein dunking a ball. I added music to it on the TBT, and it's got 6,600 some odd views. So, man, basketball is king here, guys. Dad, anybody else? All right, what's the question, guys? What do you think we're going to do in football, huh? Like I said, for anybody that's joining new, what we learned is Jagger Burton is not good at being the center, so I don't know what they're going to do with him. That's what we have learned. Football guy first, Dad. Yeah, I'm 50-50, but I like football just as much. It's dead even. Whereas most of my friends, they don't watch football. They just like basketball. In fact, the people that are not sports fans, I noticed the casual fan, sports fan, watches Kentucky basketball. Why? Because we're good. It's like the casual Alabama fan. He watches they watch football because they're good. So I get it. You have to be a diehard to watch Kentucky football. And if you're still here, Randy, can you imagine doing a Georgia basketball channel, Randy? If you're still here, I need to go on I'll have to ask you about that one of these times. Yeah. Try to do a Georgia basketball channel and see how that's about the equivalent of what we're doing here, fellas. Yeah. So, but you know what? I'm going to do it. We're going to watch football, talk football. Yes. Hopefully we will not have to worry about, I did say this, guys, for anybody that's in here new. Um, Mitch Barnhart came out and said in his press conference last week, Mark Stoops will not be judged on number of wins and whether or not he keeps his job. I think for us, we're just trying to build. So, yeah, look, guys, every year is going to be rebuilding with this NIL. Yeah, it should be how well they play. Yeah, because like I said, with our schedule, how many people play 5 of the top 15 teams in the power rankings? Not very many. That's why we got the 4th hardest schedule in the SEC and an 8th hardest schedule in the country. Although some people say it's a little. Dustin Cross, what's up, Dustin? What's going on? Just joined my guy. How you doing, brother? Hey, brother, live to see another day, man. My birthday's tomorrow. I will be 59 years old tomorrow, and I get to be on duty with my guys, and they're cooking me some food, and I know they're going to bring a cake, and so yeah, I just need some more cake, and I'll be fine. But no, good, brother. Just waiting for football to get here. Early birthday, oh, thank you. Birthday was today. Well, hey, happy birthday to your granny. I lost my granny. I lost my mom too. I support the dogs. Oh, Randy says I support the dogs everywhere, but only talk football. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Georgia's had some good basketball teams. I mean, every once in a while. Yeah, I mean, look, stick with what you know. I mean, or what like I did football just as a challenge because my wife said, "Why are you doing a football challenge? What's wrong with you?" I said, "Because it's hard and it's challenging. Nobody else wants to do it, so I'll do it. Nobody else wants to show a game. You want to watch a game? We're going to watch a game. Nobody else is doing it." Quite frankly, I watched some of our, and I'm not going to mention anybody's names, but I watched some of our fans do channels, and I was like, this is unacceptable. I know I can do better than that. I don't know a lot, but I know more than a lot of these people. Some of our own fans motivated me to do it. Oh, Randy says, right. I've been a sports journalist for 26 years. Wow. A YouTube podcast. Well, you did a good job. So you are a sports journalist for 26 years. Well, it shows. I did not know that, but it shows in your podcast and the way you present your Georgia content and the way you speak. It shows that you know what you're talking about. Yes, and you're not in anybody's face. Like I said, Uncle Lou. There's some people that's their style, getting in your face. But you're not. I don't need to hear that. Look, I know where we are in football. We all know where we are in football, just like in basketball. We know where we are in basketball. We know, but no, you do a good job, Randy. I didn't know you were a sports journalist, but yeah, first time I came on your podcast, I'm like, that guy knows what he's talking about. Yeah, and that guy's not. I know I can speak. Like when first time I came in there, I go, okay, I know I can say something. I know in the first 5 minutes, whether you can say something or not. You go on I went on a Tennessee channel, and they, as soon as I came in there and they saw my name, they're like, "Get the hell out of here! What are you doing in here?" I'm like, "I just wanted to talk, and I get out of here." Okay, Jesus. All right, sorry. Nobody wants that. So yeah, anybody can come in here. Everybody's welcome. Octavian was in here earlier, Florida fan. We love. Hey, we'll take Florida. He said they're going to kick our ass. You know what I told him? That's the goal of Tennessee is Florida, is to kick our ass. Our goal is to kick your ass. Oh, Randy says, filling the vacuum is the move. I think so, Randy. I think you nailed your goal. I'm not sure the 100 is talking about UK basketball. Yes, football. Filling the need. Yes, brother. That's what I said to myself is, look, somebody's got to do this better than what is being done. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Now, I have done professional camera work as a firefighter. I got contracted out by a company in Alexandria, Virginia, which is a pay site to do training videos. And I did a training video series. I think I did 12 professional videos, and I learned how to work on camera and speak on camera. And I was like, okay, I know I can talk on camera. I'm not scared of the camera. And I know I can organize my thoughts. That's why it makes me mad when I go on a podcast, and I'm not going to name any names, Southeastern 16, and people are saying stuff and they don't know what they're talking about. And all they had to do was pick up their iPad and look up what you're talking about. I don't know who Kentucky's defensive coordinator is. Well, look it up. You have a computer right in front of you. Don't come on unprepared. Dustin, do you think the truly got all the toxicity out of the locker room? Yes, I do, Dustin. Yes, I do. Yeah, I think they got all the toxic people out of the locker room. And I'm going to say this. And you know what? Here's a bold take for you. It was Vince Merrill's fault because he was the one who's bringing all those people in there. Vince Merrill was the go-between the players and the coaches. That's what was said. That's what he said, and that's what Mark Stoops said, well, the locker room was out of control and he did a shitty job and could not get it back in order. And that's why everybody quit after the sixth game. You saw Brad White said in his press conference after the sixth game, he didn't say quit. I said it on my video about Fan Day that, yeah, Brad White said that, we fell off after 6 weeks. And I said, no, we didn't fall off. We quit after 6 weeks. So, yeah, Dustin, I think it's all out. Yes, I'm excited. Randy, that's right. Nordic, the Big Ten. Oh, happy birthday, Tom. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, Nordic. Douglas. Hey, Douglas, what's going on? Cats are going to run the damn ball this year. Yeah, they are. They're going to run the Boise State offense. I keep saying somebody in the SEC network is going to figure out that Tom, who has 300 people, said that Boise State offense has one goal. Well, two goals. 200 yards running, 200 yards passing. That's the goal of the Boise State offense, okay? And if you remember, when Nick Saban first got to Alabama first year or two, they played Boise State in a bowl and they got beat. So, yeah, that and people, well, Boise State offense might not work in SEC bullshit. 200 yards rushing and 200 yards passing will work anywhere, I think. Dustin, Vince Merrill was a legit problem. Yes, I said that. And he was a legit problem, and he wouldn't listen at the end. And you know what? I liked him. It's like a marriage that's over, or a relationship, or friends. You're friends with somebody, and you kind of outgrow them. You don't dislike them, but it's time to move on. It was time to move on. Nordic, I feel like the Big Ten in football, of all the schools in the conference, of each other rather than territory. I just said that, Nordic. Son of a gunner says, got to have balance for sure. On offense, son of a gunner, you are right. And yes, I keep saying the Big Ten, if you watch go watch the Big Ten network for about 30 minutes and then switch over to SEC network and watch Feinbaum or some of those guys. Okay. It's completely different. The callers are different. They don't tear each other down. They don't eat the people at the bottom. And, look, they don't stand on there and say, Rutgers sucks at football and their quarterback is awful. Well, they don't allow that shit. They're smart. They don't allow that. So that's one smart thing they do. Is at the end of the day, they're going to unite, and they're united against the SEC. And the SEC better wake up. And that's why I'm tired of the old dinosaur Feinbaum media. I'm tired of them. You guys, you don't have to accept that. I know I'm new. This is my 5th month. Today, in fact, today, I put out my first video on March 3rd. 5 months I've been doing this. Look, you don't have to settle for them. Come over here and watch the game. We'll talk about football. We don't need to hear, no offense, SEC podcast. I like those guys, but I don't need to hear all the negative. Okay. We understand what the negative is. We need to hear some positive. You're never going to get it from the SEC network. So don't look for it, because it ain't coming. They kicked Matt Jones off there. They didn't kick him off because he said something bad about the LSU coach or whatever excuse Matt Jones gave. They don't want to hear anything Kentucky has to say until it's basketball season. Son of a gunner, the call puts, get on my nerves. Yeah, it's the same callers. It's just so stupid. Dustin Cross, Boise State offense to me is similar to NFL offense. Thank you. It is similar to NFL offense. In fact, it's similar. It is. It's similar to the NFL offense. Probably somebody like the Rams. I can't think of who reminds me of Boise State. I don't know what team. They're not going to spread it out, and they're not the Buffalo Bills, but they are good. Dad says Jerry Springer of football. Paul Feinbaum. Well, Paul Feinbaum getting paid. Paul Feinbaum, all he does is put, Buford from Alabama and Clem from Florida. You're up next. Yeah, or just one caller, and then Clem comes on first and says Florida sucks, and then Buford comes on and says Alabama sucks, and he just sits there and does this. If you know it, he don't say very much. He just lets them talk, which is dumb. To me, God, I don't see how that show gets any ratings anymore. I see how it gets ratings for. Well, if I was a Georgia fan, I had to ask Randy. Randy, do you get tired of if you're still here, Randy, do you get tired of Paul Feinbaum and the same calls and the same, Gunnar Stockton is not a good call. Okay, we got it. Dude, move on, move on to something else. Yeah, Josh Pate, all those. That's another guy I can't stand. I can't stand that guy at all. Sitting there with a white T-shirt on, flexing like this. He's got his show muscles. He don't have real muscles, but that's all right. and he won't even mention Kentucky, won't even Arkansas, Mississippi State. We're not worth his time. He's too good. How the hell that guy has 300 and some odd thousand followers? I don't know. But all these guys are on the Paul Feinbaum's little network of people. It's kind of like Joe Rogan with his, friends that are comedians. It's Paul Feinbaum has his friends that are in the Josh Pates and the SEC podcast and all that. And they can say whatever the hell they want, because what are you going to do about it? Well, you're going to come here. This is the new media, YouTube. That's right. We don't have to accept that crap. Do not do that. I will get on at least maybe twice a week. Once the season starts, I'll probably I might ask you guys if you want to pick a day this week. But yes, Paul Feinbaum is the Jerry Springer of. I mean, man. Yeah, I just put a How Mummy video on about Paul Feinbaum when we beat Alabama. It was just a short video. Any of you guys see that? Yeah, go look at how Mummy says. Yeah. So he and then look at what happens when he runs into How Mummy a couple years later, how he treats him differently than what he said about him. Yeah, that's how that goes. That's the way most people are. All right, guys, I'm gonna stay on a little bit longer. What do you want to talk about? I can stay on a little bit longer. What are we going to talk about? We said Jagger Burton might not be the center. Let's see. They were talking about the second team defensive line is beating the second team offensive line, which doesn't surprise me. So Kendrick Law didn't play because he's banged up. So you won't see him. I have a video coming out tomorrow. Spring practice drills. It's about a 3-minute video, but we'll go over it. Cutter Boley showed out. Okay. He gained 20 pounds. His arm, he threw some tight spirals. So he did a little better than Calzada. But Calzada's going to start. Randy says I've never watched Feinbaum for the reasons you mentioned. Yeah. TC Network launched. Yeah. It's the same thing over and over. Content not adding value to where I'm moving on. Randy, you're right. Move on from the if it's not adding content. I hope I add content to you guys' life because we're going to talk Kentucky football. But I mean, it's got to be entertaining. It's got to be. You guys have got to have a say in what's said. Like when we watch the game, you can say whatever you want. Come in here as long as it's respectful. I don't care. I do not know everything. Okay, I'm just a fan, just like you guys are. I know basic football, basic offensive line, basic offenses. I can get on an iPad and look it up. Like I looked up Toledo's offensive line. They have 5 new offensive linemen, and our offensive linemen, our defensive line outweighs their offensive line, and our offensive line outweighs their defensive line. So there you go. I mean, they have offensive linemen that are 280, 295, and then their offensive line is really small. That's why they're going to work out of the shotgun. Yes, if it's not adding value to your life, move on. I agree, Randy. Yes, but yeah, Toledo. It's the line's at 9.5. The only way we lose a Toledo game is if we turn the ball over and our defense can't stop them. They do have 2 good receivers. One receiver is good enough to play in the SEC. I forgot his name. I did a preview video. So they can score if you allow them. They cannot run the ball. All they do is get in the shotgun. He looks around. It's kind of like Sellers for South Carolina, except this dude ain't Sellers speed. He's going to take off running. Randy says, other than supporting another SEC podcaster, that's getting started. Well, I appreciate that, brother. Information about Kentucky football. Well, thank you. Yes, we're going to have a solid team, Randy. We're going to have a solid team. We got 4 really good running backs. We have solid receivers. We don't have any big burners, but we picked up a guy from Clemson. We picked up a guy from Oklahoma. Alabama, Kendrick Law is going to play the slot. So we redid our offensive line. We picked up some really good offensive linemen. So, I think 6 games. I think we can win 6 games. We're going to beat the 3 non-conference, we're going to beat Louisville, Eastern Michigan, Tennessee, 4 non-conference games. We're going to win the 4 non-conference games. And then we just need to get, 2 other people. Vanderbilt will be one of them. We only lost 20-13 last year, and the team had quit. So I think Pavia ran his mouth a little bit too much, and he's going to get hit. Looked like he gained a little weight at media days. I was thinking, dude, you got to stop knocking back brews and get in the gym. because he looked a little bloated. Is that what I want to say? But he's slippery. I mean, he knows how to win. Uh, but no, guys, I can't wait to the first game. We're going to broadcast it right here. So I could broadcast the game, but do a chat. So yeah. I don't know. Like I said, there's not two divisions anymore. So, Randy, maybe you can speak on this before you go here. I know it's getting late. I don't know how they're going to split the teams up. They're saying we're going to have three common opponents, like Kentucky. It's going to have three common opponents and rotate everybody else through. That's the way they're supposed to become something to do next year. Because I'm getting tired of playing Texas and Georgia and the team we play every year. But I think we're either supposed to have three or four. Each team's supposed to have three common opponents or four, and then rotate everybody else through. So I don't know how that's going to work. BBN, what's up, brother? I think Humphrey Grace or Augusta will be a breakout player. Yeah, they better be because we paid a lot of money for him. Well, I'll tell you this. Augusta was getting in there. There's some people say Gusta. Washington State called him Gusta. Some will call him Gusta. He was disrupting against first-team offensive line. They were talking about that. KSR did a little live after the practice day yesterday, the fan day, and they said Gusta was getting in the backfield. That's what he's good at. So I think Gusta's the guy right there. He's got to clog up the middle. Randy says, stand by. I just posted a podcast about specifically earlier today on my subscription podcast. Oh, no, go ahead, brother. Yes. Like I said, everybody go. Randy's got subscription podcast. If you want to know Georgia, go over to Randy's podcast. But no, BBN, yeah, I think either one of those players. We paid a lot of money. Humphrey Grace is really, really got a quick first step, and he got a lot of sacks at his level. So we'll see. We just need him to get some sacks, and we need for Gusta to blow up every run and play, get in the backfield, and that's what he was doing yesterday at Fan Day. Now it's Fan Day; it's not for real, but they're saying that dude is big and strong. Okay, now I'm gonna sit down for the last couple minutes because now I am getting old. I am going to sit down and bring this down where I can see you guys and you can see me. So yeah, we're going to stay on a few more minutes here and talk about whatever you want to talk about. And comes the 8 or 9 game SEC schedule. Yeah, you're right. And you know what, Randy? Our athletic director said they're going to stay at 8, that they're going to vote on it real soon, but he thinks that it's going to stay at 8 is what our AD said. He talked about that. He said the decision will be made in probably the next couple of weeks, and he thinks that there's enough votes to keep it at 8. So we will see. He could be wrong about that. I don't know what I don't know what Georgia wants to do. So I don't know. It doesn't hurt my feelings. You know what? Either way. So, I mean, if we had to drop Louisville, I wouldn't like it, but we can get 6 or 7 wins. Yeah, correct. Yes, that's right, BBN. You cannot turn the ball over. That's all he has to do is manage the game. He can make throws and he can run. He's played how much football has that guy played? I mean, he's been playing since 2021, So yeah, I think he'll do well. And if he doesn't, Cutter Boley is starting to show out now. So they'll put Cutter Boley in if he doesn't do well. So, but I think Calzada will be fine. He's played too much basketball. Nordic says, you're doing thank you. You're doing a fantastic job, Tom. Research giving us information. Yes. Well, thank you. Yeah, I don't make stuff up off the top of my head. I try and have all kinds of notes and a roster in case I can't, I got an iPad here. If I want to look at, I was looking at Toledo's offensive and defensive line, and I was looking at their brand new offensive line and seeing how much bigger our defensive line is than they are. So Randy says, would Kentucky's permanent rivals be? Oh man, dude, not Georgia. If I had to pick permanent rivals, I would like Vanderbilt. Can I have Vanderbilt? No. I mean, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Tennessee. It's going to be, if it's only 3, they didn't have us in Vanderbilt in the first draft. They did a first draft about a year or 2 ago, and we had Georgia, South Carolina, or maybe we didn't have Tennessee. We had 3 hard teams. I remember Georgia was one of them. But I'd like to have Vanderbilt, and I'll take any 2 other ones. Just give us one Vanderbilt, one Missouri. 1 Mississippi State. I'll take Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, Missouri. Hell, we'll be in a bowl every year. But no, it has to be fair. We're gonna keep, Tennessee or Georgia is probably gonna be one of our. You have to be realistic about this. Uh, so yeah, if Georgia gets us, I'm sure you'll be really happy. Uh, so I don't know. I just really don't know how they would do it, and I don't know who gets to decide it even, or how they would decide it. Surely there's some formula. Uh, Nordic says when the college football weeks starts, you should do before game day and after if possible. Well, you know what? We are going to. All right, Nordic. You know what? We'll do that. We'll come on before the game, and we'll do the game, and then we'll stay on after the game and talk about it. So yeah, if I can, because that first game, the first two games, one of them's at 11:45 Central, the other one's at 3:30. Now, if it's guys, yeah, if it's a night game, well, we'll stay on a little bit, but yeah, if I'm working, I'll make a video. Uh, but yes, I will do as much as I can do, because there again, now if you guys listen to the Kentucky Athletic Network, they got the people that come on for the pregame. What is her name? Mary Jo Perino, whoever she is. Look, Dusty Bonner. They put me to sleep, man. I can't. I mean, it's just like Charlie Brown, teacher. I mean, at least make it exciting. See, we can say whatever we want on here because the F, whoever does the regulations for radio. Now I can't remember that. My brain is. There's no regulations here. We can even curse. Randy says, Georgia, I want Florida, Auburn, and the third would be Tennessee, South Carolina. I agree with that. You probably will get Florida. I would say that. Surely Auburn will get Alabama. Man, if Auburn got Georgia, Alabama, and somebody else, oh, that would be, Hugh Freeze would have to start golfing right now and just packing his bags. But yeah, I think that's right. I think that's who you're going to get, Randy. I think Georgia will get some combination of Florida, Auburn, Tennessee, South Carolina, Kentucky. I've seen Kentucky every time they say what our three opponents are going to be. I've seen Georgia on that list. Both times I've seen them talk about it. So once was on the SEC network and once was on KSR. We have a little fan radio network here that comes on every day out of Lexington and Louisville, Kentucky Sports Radio. And Georgia was on both of them, both times. But one time it was bad. One time it was South Carolina, Georgia, and it wasn't Tennessee. It was somebody else. But no. Hey, Mississippi State's got to play somebody, man. Come on. Give me Mississippi State. Sankey wants 9 games. Kirby says Randy says from Georgia says Sankey wants 9 games. Kirby says he wants the best for Georgia and SEC, whatever that is. Well, that's not giving whatever's best for the SEC. I don't know. It just depends on the way you look at it. They're offering a lot of money, but it's going to be an extra loss for everybody. So, and we're getting okay. Here's the reason we don't want 9 SEC games. Our athletic director said this: every other year we get 8 home games because we can schedule 4 of our own opponents. So every 2 years we're getting 8 home games every other year. So that's why we're going to vote against it. So that's what our athletic director said. See, now you ain't going to hear that on Fine Bomb, are you? No, you heard it from Tom. Tom was listening. Tom happened to be, doing a little homework before he gets on here. So yeah, we get 8 home games every other year. Son of a Gunner says, I just retired, so I got to time in the world. Hey, brother. Oh, man, brother. Listen, I'm thinking about retirement already. I'll be 59. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'll be 59. I'm thinking, how much longer can I put this fire gear on? And I don't have to put my gear on because I'm running the scene, but I have to train in it. And I still have to, every once in a while, do some stuff. So, yeah, I'm thinking, man, how much longer can I do this? 24-hour shifts for 41 years. Man, yeah, it's wearing on me a little bit. Congratulations, son of a gunner, for retiring. Then be here, dude. Everybody turn on my notifications because I may go live. If something goes down during the week and I'm off and I go, oh, man, I need to go online, I will go online. Randy from Georgia says the bigger factor for Kirby is the playoffs. Yes, you guys got to worry about you got to do what you got to do to get in the playoffs. Yeah, you're right. It's got to be weighted properly. See, the Big Ten's trying to use that against us. I love how the Big Ten thinks there is top to bottom. Although if you look at the power rankings, Big Ten, you're not you're not top to bottom as good as we are. I mean, you look at the power rankings. The first, how many we got 16 teams. I mean, 12 of the 16 I think are in the top 25 of the power rankings. Yeah, the Big 10, come on man. Stop it. But yeah, Georgia's got to do what's best for Georgia to win a national championship. And that's what they should do. And then at the end of the day, it doesn't really yeah, we're not factored into it. Let's just be honest here. Nordic says we're going to get you a big name for Kentucky football. Well, yeah, I can't wait. Maybe I'll be on the Paul Feinbaum show. Maybe they'll be talking smack about me. Yeah, you'd have to have the cough button or the bleeper button ready if I got on there because I don't know how long I could make it without saying a curse word. I'd have to be real. I mean, I can be professional, but man, when you start talking about football and Kentucky sports, it's like Randy says, it's a little personal. I don't see how Randy keeps his cool, but he does. He's been doing this for a while. You can tell. So I have to be careful. Don't curse on the podcast. I just have to be careful. But no, come here and watch the game. That's right. Tell your friends, tell your uncle, hey, there's this crazy guy doing Kentucky football. Oh, Kobe, Cobb 73 is here. What's up, Cobb? Welcome. He says other conferences want us to go to 9 games. Sure they do. Because they want everybody, half the SEC to lose an extra game. Sure they do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great idea, right, Big Ten? Right? Yeah. Now, I don't know if I agree with it, but we'll see. Jared Young, LO, Paul likes to hang up on people. Yeah, Paul Feinbaum. We were talking about him before you guys got here. Some of you guys can't stand to watch him. Dustin says Kentucky football has one bad year. Yeah, and people want to say, yeah, that's the thing that's not fair. Is Mark Stoops has 1-4-8 year, and he gets just should be fired. Hugh Freeze and the Billy Napier and Oklahoma's coach, they have bad years, multiple bad years, and nothing gets said. But we have one bad year, and all of a sudden, we're a basketball school and we suck because, yeah, it's not fair. I don't like it. 8 is hard enough already. Nordic says 8 games, 8 SEC games is hard. Yes. If we play 9 SEC games, it's not going to help us, guys. It might help Georgia, like Randy was saying. Over here. It might help Georgia, but it will not help teams like us. It will not help Mississippi State. It will not help the bottom 8 teams. It might help the top 8 teams because they get an extra win. But then if you start playing 9 games, then you have a SEC championship game, and then you have playoff game. I mean, how many games are you going to play? Like 16, 17 games? I mean, I don't know what we're doing. You're going to expand the playoffs, and you want to go to non-conference games. They just wanted to. They want us to lose. I got it. Yeah. No Big Ten school's going to come and play our schedule. Well, Ohio State maybe. I do like Ohio State. I like a couple teams, but those middle teams, Indiana's not going to come play our Kurt Signetti. You ain't going to come play our schedule. Notre Dame, you ain't going to come play Kentucky's schedule, dude. Yeah. So, yeah, that's why you won't schedule everybody. That's why Indiana dropped Virginia. People thought Tennessee had to drop a game. Nebraska. I think they were going to play Nebraska, and Nebraska dropped Tennessee. And yeah, so you're talking about how you're as good as SEC, but then you start dropping schools. Okay, yeah, that doesn't hold up. But all right, guys, I'm gonna stay on about 10 more minutes. What do you want to talk about? That's Jared Young. I think the demeanor of this group is from early interviews and practice footage. Yes, a lot of optimism. Yes, Jared. I have a video coming out tomorrow, guys, on the quarterbacks. I didn't know it was a 2-minute drill. They were doing some drills. I didn't know what they were doing. It was a 2-minute drill. It's about 3 minutes long. So you'll see Calzada and Boley, and you'll see some of our receivers. And this freshman, Quisenberry from Boyle County is really good. And you'll see our offense, how the offense is going to look. It was just passing plays. Dustin Cross says it's because they hate to say we're the punching bag. When coaches, teams get a chance to start downing us. Yeah. Well, we talked about that, Dustin. The SEC is really bad about eating its own. Don't dog out the teams at the bottom. Big Ten never does that. Never. You watch the Big Ten Network, completely different. You listen to Big Ten podcast, they don't. They know Rutgers is no good in football, but they're not going to say Rutgers should fire their coach and they suck. And they're not going to allow a caller to come on a call show on the damn Big Ten Network and say something stupid like that. That's why you're just preaching. Paul Feinbaum's days are numbered. ESPN's days are numbered, guys. This is the new media right here, YouTube. We do not have to accept that crap. Do not watch that. Now I'm going to come on and we'll sit in here and you talk. You have a voice in here. Come in here and we'll talk. Dad, Sydney Sweeney. Yes, Sydney Sweeney. Nordic says, I want to play Oklahoma. Well, let's play them while Venerables is their coach. Cobb 73 says, I want to play Oklahoma too. Well, Texas A&M has never been to Lexington yet. Oklahoma hadn't been. I mean, I don't understand how we're doing this schedule. I don't understand why we played the same exact teams 2 years in a row. Why did we do that? I never got an answer. I don't know why you would do that, first of all. So, look, guys, I don't know. Somebody needs to get there. Come on, pull your head out of your ass. Vote on the 8 or 9 games, and let's move on. Give us our 3 or 4 teams, and let's go. Stop all this crap. We forget about the Big Ten. We don't act like they don't exist. Beat them in the playoff, and that's how we will get rid of the Big Ten, is to beat them. And all this talk will go away. And so anyway, all right, guys. Sunday, I can do a midweek live. Does anybody want to? How about Thursday night? What do you think, guys? Anybody? Would anybody come to the Thursday night if I did that? Dustin Cross says the SEC is lazy to do that this year with the schedules. Yeah, it was stupid. I will watch. All right. Well, then you know what? For sure. Okay. Well, then I tell you what, guys. Here's what we're going to do. We're on an hour and a half. Man, that time flew by, didn't it? Let's do it Thursday night. I don't know if anything. We'll just talk. If nothing comes up in football, I mean, summer practice is going on, so some stuff should come out. We'll do Thursday, and then I'll do another Sunday this week, and we'll just have some fun. We'll come on same time, and we'll talk next Thursday. Randy, remember the Dogs has a podcast on Wednesday, so go over and watch HBTF Dogs. How about them effing dogs cast on Wednesday night? Y'all go over to Randy. Go over. I don't know which way the chat is. The chat is that way. Go over to Randy's and watch his stuff. I'll be on with the Bama guys on Thursday. I think it's 9 Thursday, but I'll try to make it. No, that's good, Randy. Hey, one of these days somebody will have me. I don't know if they should do that, but we'll see. One of these days I'll tune in. All right, Dustin. Well, Randy, get over here if you can, but if you can't, brother, I understand. You're a busy man. Georgia's the team, man. I get it. So Randy, come on over and if you can. And like I said, everybody Wednesday night, get on Randy's channel and turn on his notifications so you can see his chat. Nordic says, I'd rather add another non-conference team. Yeah, I mean, well, look, if we go to 9 games, guess what happens to a Louisville game? Bye-bye. Because, look, you can't play 9 SEC teams and Louisville and only have 2 cupcakes. Okay, that's a good way to never go to a bowl again. Randy says, thanks for watching me, and y'all appreciate it. Hey, man, thanks for coming, Randy. Appreciate you, brother. I will, Wednesday night, I will try to get into your live if I can. And you know what? You're welcome over here anytime, Randy. But everybody turn on notifications. We will do a live this coming Thursday at 7:30 Central. Dustin, I want that Louisville game. Yes. Yeah, everybody wants a Louisville game. That's why we're going to stay at 8. And like I said, every other year we get 8 home games, which is more money for us. But as Randy pointed out, for a team like Georgia, Tennessee, it's about getting in the playoffs. So I get it, both sides. And we'll see what happens. They're going to vote on it. So Big Blue Breakdown. Hope to see him out live. Hey, before we go, Big Blue Breakdown, when is your live? Is it 10 o'clock Eastern or Central? Is it going in a few minutes? When is it? Before I get off here, we're going to let you speak. When is your live? 10 tonight, 10 Central, 2 minutes. Okay. All right, everybody. If you want to keep talking, go over to Big Blue Breakdown and get on his live. Big Blue Breakdown. I'm going to take a break because my bladder is full, but I will come over there in just a second and get on your live. All right, guys. Thursday night, 7:30. I will see you then. Until then, hey, drive safe. People are crazy. All right. Be careful driving. Be careful out there. Don't get dead. That's the first rule of life. Don't get dead. All right, guys. I'll see you Thursday.